There we go. Yeah, that's cool. I think I'm pretty much got myself set up. So, uh, basically, I'm just gonna be watching shit and reacting to stuff. The question is, what do I react to? Alright, we got a brand new video from Nuxanor.
Ugly people are cooked. It's over for the ugly people. Insane ugly person drama happening right now. We're making fun of ugly people. Now you might think that it's pretty diabolical to make a video calling out the ugly of society. I disagree. I think it is important to I think it is morally justified to insult ugly people. Now, not generally speaking, specifically, but I do think it is important specifically in context. All right, now the context here is that society has been pushing this uglification of humans on people for a very long time in Hollywood and movies and video games. And in my opinion, it is done as a psyop. It is literally done as a psyop to incentivize women to let go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Come on, women, you don't need no man. You uglify yourself. It'll be great. It'll be great. Chow down. Everyone needs to look like Frogan. All right, this is my incredibly hot take. A lot of people are probably going to disagree and think that it doesn't have to do with that. I think it is. I think ugly people want other people to be ugly to make composition for themselves better. I think modern feminism has kind of devolved into this catfight where everyone is trying to kind of cuck each other in the saddest way ever, trying to cuck each other and having them fail. so that they could actually be the successful, beautiful person, and everyone else is kind of a failure dolphin human. Now, this is my opinion. Is it cancelable? Yes, but that's why you subscribe. So now, to be honest, Rachel Ziegler is known as one of the most beautiful creatures to ever walk the face of the earth. Clearly as pretty as
She got really wide eyes. I think that's one of the big issues. Is like her eyes are very far apart.
the Seven Dwarfs. And other very famous actresses, we got
Jeez,
Bella Ramsey as Ellie. Truly peak femininity on the agenda. Listen, man, when I think femininity, I think of Bella Ramsey. Listen, man, they're
She has the Charlie Kirk face. No.
there is not a coincidence that this is the new casting. By the way, a lot of you are unaware. It is very likely that she will be casted for the next Wonder Woman. This is actually something that people are discussing. I find it unlikely because I think woke is going to be dead by then. There's no fucking way. But realistically, ugly girls need love too. I agree, but you know they should try their best to be as less ugly as they can. I'm not insulting ugly women. I have nothing but respect for ugly.
No. See, once you start making that argument, you start making the argument that women should be like layering their face with makeup, and that's pretty much what we have today. And you know, a lot of girls make it look alright, but a lot of times it's just way overdone.
Ugly women. I just don't think we need to sit here and glorify ugly people. Oh my god, what happened to me? Anyway, there's been
I do think that there is an argument to be made that, like, if you're going to be in Hollywood, if you're going to be, like, on the screen in front of people, you should have some sort of visual appeal. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't have to be, like, beautiful. You can be, you know, Willem Dafoe or Danny DeVito. Like, they're not particularly attractive guys, but they have a sort of visual appeal that makes them, like, look good on a screen. Even though, you know, even if they don't look necessarily attractive, they look interesting enough to be on the big screen. This girl is just kind of meh. Like, just like nothing but like mid at best. Rachel Ziegler, I think, is alright looking. She just got really wide eyes, but other than that, you know, she's an attractive lady. This Bella Ramsey is
been this drama on the internet in regards to video games for a very long time. So this was Asmongold's take.
A lot of the reasons why these shows and these things are popular are because people like looking at attractive women.
No shit. However, society, thanks feminism, society has tried their absolute best to push people into thinking that it is bad to have attractive women. Attractive women are not good. Now, the irony is they dress them like whores, okay? They just don't want them to be attractive. Like, you have to realize how...
To be fair, this girl from the video game, she's dressed like a, you know, traditional samurai. I don't know if girls were really allowed to be samurai, but she's not dressed like a whore.
How diabolical the mindset of the people pushing this shit is, right? You have to understand how insane it is, right? Like on the one hand, it's like you have an ugly woman that they're putting, all right, they're putting out there, all right, they have ugly women. However, they all sleep around with everyone. And now my opinion is the following: there is nothing worse than an ugly whore. Ugly whores, it's the worst combo of all time.
That's the reason why. And I would love, I would give any amount of money for you to clearly say what they're angry about, like super specific. I will say it because nobody else will say it.
Oh shit.
this woman doesn't look conventionally attractive and this one does.
True.
People want to play characters that look conventionally attractive so they can look up the character's skirt and imagine having sex with the character. The reason why
Fair.
that is because the majority of people that play video games like this are guys. And
True.
a lot of those guys can't get a girl like this or a girl like this. And so they have to settle for jerking off to this character while, you know, having a controller set to vibrate. So
Goddamn.
this is the next best thing. That's the reason why. And you want to get mad at me for saying this, don't shoot the messenger. Look at the fucking facts.
True.
Look at
The games make less money.
Well, fucking sad.
I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, this isn't the evil of it. I think purely financially speaking, he's completely right.
Porn exists. You're right. That's my whole point. Exactly. Doesn't that prove it? People like that. It's so fucking true. They just want their characters to look fuckable and that's it. I never seen one of them say that. No. Evan is lying. Evan is a lying little bitch because he has criticized me for saying this. He has watched and seen clips of me and then retweeted them crying about me saying that I wanted the characters to be fuckable. And he said, this man is disgusting. And now he's saying that he's never seen someone say it. I'm saying it right fucking now. That's the reason. 98% of actors are attractive. Yes, they are.
Now, I think it's important to show this because I do think from a financial standpoint, that is why attractive women obviously sell more games. That is why Designed with Gamers in Mind is this and Designed with Activists in Mind is this, because realistically, obviously, you want to look at attractive people. That's just how God made you.
Yeah, you put the hot big titty girl on anything. Literally put it on anything and people will want to come to that thing. Maybe I should just... No, I can't. That's I'm on 3 different platforms. It's got to be breaking someone's TOS to just like have a swimsuit girl in the corner.
And I think that that's life. However, I do think that there is obviously something incredibly vindictive and evil there about propagandizing people into promoting this uglification of people. And I really think it's a real thing. I think it's like it's a feminist infighting thing. I really do believe that. And anyway,
I think the problem will sort itself out because no one's going to buy or watch these things. Like, if you make everyone in the production, whatever it is, game or movie or show, if you make everyone in it not attractive, it's just not going to get the clicks. It's just not. Like, then that's just the sad reality of the world. If you have hot girl with this big titty, then the monkey brain says click. It's just that easy.
Lock in, boys and girls, because we are about to watch The Age of Ugly is Over. Because realistically, these companies care a lot about pushing agendas, but they care a lot more about making money. So let's join together and make fun of the uglification of retards. What is that thing? I don't know, but it's better than this thing. So count your blessings, okay?
I have hair.
I didn't notice. So immediately, the twist is real. You got a plot twist in real time. Subscribe.
In my armpit.
See, again, we are glorifying the uglification of people. This should not be glorified. Listen, again, I have no hate towards ugly people. Some people are born that way, and God did good with how he created you. Everyone was created with their own challenges. Some people's challenges are being ugly. Let's not make believe it's a good thing at its peak. All right? I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so...
I will say Nux is a little bit incendiary for my taste, but it is what it is. If no one else is going to fill that space, I'm not going to, go as hard as he would on these two. I think he makes a point. We shouldn't... I mean, I don't know if I'd say we shouldn't glorify ugly people. I think it's just the fact of the matter is it's just never gonna work. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Let's keep watching.
So sorry, ma'am. Do you identify as truck?
Just a reminder that I am very fat.
You did not need to remind us, all right? And you are propagandizing people to thinking it's cool and good and better for society to be morbidly obese. This is peak degeneracy. I've said this before and I will say it again. A lot of people do this as a way of coping. This is modern cope. Modern cope isn't just cry in your corner alone. Modern cope is get everyone else to have your problems with you so that you could communally sit together and make believe that you are peace.
I have not heard of that, but a part of me wouldn't necessarily be surprised. Like at a certain point, you're being unhealthy. It's like the Nikata avocado thing, if you know about that. Yeah, like her size. Lady on screen, I mean. Like, I'm not gonna lie. My fiance is kind of thick, but like, she's not that bad. Did he? I don't actually know. I just remember Charlie Penguin Zero Critical making a couple of videos about it. But if he did, then that's good for him. It's just the social media clicks, man. That's what it is. It gets the views.
Peak physical form. You are not.
And very sexy.
Sorry. I apologize.
So, your child has come out to you.
Don't talk about my child! Why would you do that? Oh, what? Literally, why? Every time! Oh my god!
I've had the revelation that I identify as non-binary.
I am still not certain what to make of this.
Is that fucking Taylor Lorenz?
I am. I'm telling you, man, I do think it's this group acceptance that I think should be immediately killed from society. I'm sorry, I say the things that everyone's afraid to hear. I do. I get endless shit for it on the internet, but you know what? I said it before, and I will say it again. Endless shit jutsu, it's happening. The endless shit is as follows. Society wants you to accept things that should not be accepted because it's so much easier to sit and fucking...
You know what? I should probably... Okay, I'm hoping that's going to hide all the adult content. I should probably... I'm just, before I start scrolling down fucking Twitter, because you never know whatever's gonna pop up on Twitter. And honest to God, this fucking tweet right here. Look, I don't know if you've ever followed Dying Scribe on Twitter, but it is one of the best accounts that is out there. Also, this is a legitimate question, and see, now that's the right answer. think most guys just go stone-faced, right? Like, that's what I would imagine.
Virtue signal from your $4,000 industrial strength chair that's used to keep your ass off the ground instead of actually realistically working on yourself and recognizing that you have a problem.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell.
Oh my god. Okay, it's completely...
Okay, that is not Taylor Lorenz. I apologize to this lovely lady.
Completely random, but I have a very funny story about this. So, I was talking to her on Twitter, alright, after I reacted to her last video.
I don't know if she's a lovely lady or not. I actually have no idea who this is.
Essentially, I thought, like, I messaged her, and she responded, and I was like, whoa, why are you answering me at 4 o'clock in the morning in Australia? And she was like, I'm not in Australia. And I'm like, oh, so in your intros, when you say welcome back to hell, you don't mean Australia? And she said, no. I don't know why. I always thought welcome to hell meant Australia. I always thought it meant Australia, bro. Like, it's crazy. I was so fucking racist by accident. No, but like, I really thought that was the joke. Like, I literally thought the joke was hell was Australia. And she's like, no, hell is society. And I was like, I see. Okay. You know, honestly.
That's actually hilarious.
You know, I should have noticed. I shouldn't have assumed. I shouldn't have assumed hell was Australia, you know, because it's like on the opposite side of the... Anyway, we got along great.
What would have been funny is she actually lives in Hell, Michigan.
So before we do this, before we do the meat and potatoes, 2 very important things. Number 1, new tea is here. It's finally in stock. So I have been packing and shipping your orders. Once again, on a serious note, thank you guys so much for being patient. I know that these pre-sale times are very shows, which are my own fun ideas, but honestly, tell me, what do you want to see? Maybe a little bit of this.
Oh, let's go. Oh, that's breakdance. She's breakdancing.
Let's fucking go.
But you weird internet people know what ain't manly? When my testicles get squished and touch my legs. Who knows? But what I do
happens.
know
It's true. It's true. It happens. I know. I've been there.
Is that you should all 100% go into my description box, buy some tickets, and come see me. And I'll see you, and it will be wonderful.
It'll be wonderful.
Because on an actual serious note, I do like a lot of fun to see that. All of you guys, and you guys.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I like Nuts, but like, his videos do be like an hour fucking long. Oh, here we go. Shoe on head.
Hello again, friends. Sorry I've been gone for quite a bit. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened. I feel like every time I take a break, like, a war breaks out or something, but thankfully that did not happen.
Almost did.
But at least we found out the real Epstein files were the friends we made along the way. Welcome back to the Shoe on Head channel. If it is your first time here, run. I am Shoe on Head, and on this channel I like to cover cultural issues mostly surrounding men's issues. It's what I've been doing for over a decade, and frankly, I'm exhausted. Many of you have been along for the ride, and you have seen me go from a chipper, lively 24-year-old making fun of BuzzFeed and Tumblr feminists, to a bitter, calloused 34-year-old talking about very real and growing men's issues. One of the main men's issues.
Does that mean she's the same age as Hassan? It's kind of weird to think about.
I have been covering in great detail lately has been the male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, but turns out I was wrong. We don't have a male loneliness epidemic. We have a male loser epidemic. It's not a male loneliness epidemic. No, it's a male mediocrity epidemic.
Jesus.
The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad that it's honestly so pathetic at this point.
What's actually interesting is I have actually noticed like a lot more guys are like, you know, self-improving, working out, blah blah blah.
Now, I don't always talk about men's issues, no.
Don't get me wrong, there are definitely some losers out there, but I feel like there's less today than there was like 5-10 years ago. Am I crazy for saying that? I feel like I'm not crazy for saying that.
Sometimes I talk about politics, and sometimes I mix the two together. Now, I know a lot of you don't like politics, you don't care about politics, but politics cares about you, and it will enter your life no matter how hard you try to avoid it. But thankfully, I have the perfect app to help you navigate this difficult, confusing
Ground
political
News.
landscape. So let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Ground News, before we get into this video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers a fun and transparent way to read the news from all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides. One of my favorite features from Ground News has to be the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is a story about how the CIA uncovered a Russiagate fraud, and right away we can see how it has been covered by 41 sources, and out of those 41 sources, 93% of them lean right, with only 2 left-wing outlets reporting the story. Ground News also makes it really easy to compare headlines to see just how political bias can affect the framing of a story. For example, this story about Zoran Mamdani winning the Democratic primary in New York. This left-leaning outlet says Zoran Mamdani's win just got a little sweeter, and meanwhile the right-wing outlet says, "Meet Zoran Mamdani, the man who will ruin New York."
Classic.
Very different vibes. I have been using Ground News since 2021 because I think it is so informative, so fun, and it helps me see how different stories are framed so differently, and I love it. I highly recommend it. It's one of the few apps that I wake up and just immediately check. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. High praise. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all of their amazing features. This comes out to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a coffee. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code right there on screen, or the link in the video description down there to subscribe to Ground News today. I feel like what they're doing is really important, especially right now, and it helps us approach the news in a more fair and balanced way. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the
Ground News is incredible. I don't use it much because I don't like reading. I like watching, but it is definitely a quality product.
ad. Right? Now, let's get back to the video. With all these issues men are facing, they seem to be moving to the right and the Republicans more, since the left and Democrats have essentially just become the young men eat and die movement. Months ago, I covered how the Democratic Party was losing young men, and I predicted Kamala Harris would lose in part because of young men overwhelmingly voting for Trump. And I was correct. Well, now the Democrats have unveiled their final solution to the right-wing male loser epidemic. Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. Democrats have blown millions of dollars on efforts to appeal to American men who turned to President Donald Trump in droves on Election Day in hopes of winning back the working class. Democrats have spent $20 million on their efforts, with donors and strategists holing up in luxury hotel rooms, brainstorming.
Jesus. Like, how out of touch can you be, man?
How to convince working class men to return to the party. Ah yes, nothing more relatable to working class men than luxury hotel rooms. Great job, guys.
Like, oh hey, we're losing out on the common American man. Let us spend $20 million and rent out luxury hotel rooms to figure out why. Like, how does this stuff just like not even register to them as obviously insane? Like, I get it, like, they're leftists, they are insane, but like, man.
The plan? Codename SAM, or Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, promises to use the funds to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention and virality in these spaces.
The truth? Is that what you're trying to determine? because that's what it is that people are generally hungry for. I mean, okay, maybe that's not correct. Maybe they're more hungry for just like a masculine guy to take charge and lead, which is kind of what Trump is. Look, if Democrats have any chance of doing anything, then it has to be like right now, while Trump's popularity is at an all-time low. But I actually just don't think that Democrats are ever going to come back in like any radical way. Like, I think they're slowly dying, and I don't think they're coming back. I hope they're not coming back. I hope I'm right.
Effort also recommends Democrats buy advertisement in video games, among other things. The Democratic Party is treating young men like exotic animals they're studying. Now, as you can see here is the young man in his natural habitat.
There he is! It's your boy!
In a dark, messy cave surrounded by Taco Bell wrappers and empty mountains.
A literal dumpster,
Here is another
as Techie likes to say.
Also dwelling in a dark cave. This one has dyed his hair blue to scare off potential predators. Unfortunately, it also scares off potential mates. But moving on, here is another.
It's Nux! Jeez! Look at her go, just shouting everyone out.
Young man, we think. We're not quite sure about this one. We're still studying it. Listen, Democrats.
LMAO, that is fantastic.
Instead of spending $20 million to do that stupid, maybe you should, I don't know, actually listen to men. I listen to men for free all the time. All I have to do is read my comment section. Let's see here. Shoe on Head is a perfect example of why we need to repeal the 19th.
Jeez.
I hate women so much, it's unreal. Ooh, shoo, mommy, milkies, 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 mommy, mommy, mommy. One time I got my penis stuck in a soda bottle. Okay, on second thought, maybe my comment section is not the best source.
Since Trump scored.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty, like, good, like a, not a perfect slice, but like a decent slice of, men. Maybe not the best slice. Okay, I think maybe she's right.
Scored big with young male voters last election. Democrats are spending 20.
Also, fuck this bitch, Joe Bayard. Or however you say her fucking last name.
$15 million to learn how to speak their language. I think it's a waste of money. Maybe these guys should spend their money on teaching men to not be such sexists. Maybe that's it.
But the stats don't bear that out now. Look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash.
Oh no.
Jeez, Tommy Lauren.
Script to my video about how the Democrats are spending $20 million to relate to young men. This came on my TV on Fox News. A Tommy Lauren and Laura Ingraham segment about stay-at-home sons, men who still live at home. Literally minutes after this aired, it went absolutely viral on Twitter for not good reasons. So we are going to unpack this piece by piece. Because even though everyone was mocking it and making fun of it, as far as I saw, nobody was really dissecting it and breaking down exactly why she was so egregiously wrong. So come join me in debunking the male loser epidemic. Because who else better equipped to talk about men's issues than two stupid blonde bimbos? Hold on one second. 3 stupid blonde bimbos.
There we go.
I felt left out. Alright, let's go. Wait! I need my gamer fuel.
Hold up, is that a wig, or did she just, like, dye her hair in the jump cut?
See? I do drink it. That one's for you, Tectone.
It's a major problem. And Speaker Joe.
Oh no! I was literally watching that video today where he actually just he was bitching at her for not drinking. I think that video's from like 2-3 months ago, and I was literally watching it today. That is just a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Johnson has been talking about those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. But Laura, I gotta tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have...
Now, I think she almost touches on something there. That the feminization of men is an issue, and I think there is some truth to that, but I think everything else she's saying is just fucking dumb. It's like she almost intuits the issue, but just doesn't ever logically reach the correct conclusion.
Have kids, they want to have stable families, but there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash, and that's why we have declining birth rates and a lot of other problems in society. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air, meet people in real life. Let's just get back to basics.
So first of all, this stay-at-home son thing.
See, okay, I think that's not a bad way to end. I think going out, getting fresh air is good, generally.
Is not a real thing. It was a random throwaway, self-deprecating joke some contestant on Jeopardy said. One f***ing guy. Because I guess there's nothing else important going on that they could cover on the news. They literally made this into a fake phenomena so they can on young men. Meanwhile, Democrats are spending millions of dollars trying to win back young men. Oh no, the young men are leaving us in droves. How do we get them back? Don't worry, I got this. Hey, you fat, lazy, Cheeto dust-covered slobs, f*** you. Nice. Thanks. I love you. I love you too. Is the amount
Of course.
living home with their parents increasing? Yes. Is it because they're lazy bums and just want to order DoorDash all day? No. And also, they're not paying for DoorDash, Tommy. They're financing it. Come on. Get with the times.
Oh my god, hold on.
DoorDash, Tommy. They're financing.
DoorDash partnered with Klarna to allow U.S. customers to split purchases into 4 equal payments. Oh no. You can finance Chili's. You can take a loan out on Outback Steakhouse. Oh, the absolute state of the economy. We indeed live in a society.
Financing it. Come on. Get with the times.
There are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash, and that's why we have declining birth rates. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air.
Have either of you tried applying for a job as a young man recently? Or tried buying a house on the...
Yes, actually. I have applied to many a job throughout my life, and used to be pretty easy. You send out a few applications and somebody hires you. I wouldn't say it was super easy, but like I never had that much of an issue. But a few months ago, I should say several months ago, I was like, okay, school is about to, because, college and stuff is about to let out. I should probably find myself a job. So I started applying, and I kept applying, and I kept applying for like 2 months straight. And it was wild. It was like Like, normally I would find something within, like, a couple weeks, maybe a month. And, like, that would be me, like, not really even trying that hard. I guess at first I was like, okay, I'll send a few out and I'll probably get something. And then that didn't work, so I just started spamming applications. I'm now working as a housekeeper at a motel. But yeah, something's been going weird with the job market lately, because, like, I know it's always been, not easy to find a job, but, like, it wasn't, like, that bad as it is now.
Salary of one of these young men? Have you experienced the dating market, been on the dating sites as a young man? No? Interesting, okay. Just wondering. Listen, I know the average age of a Fox News viewer is like 70 nowadays and you need to pander to them, but Tommy, you are like 2 years younger than me. You know this shit isn't true. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like a fucking boomer? I'm sorry, I have no other word for this, but I hate this like generational pick-me shit. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm not like those other young people. And you know what? She's not like those.
Yeah, I was born pretty much on the cusp of millennials and Gen Z, so I'm kind of like a mix of both, I guess.
Other young people. Not all young people can afford a nice.
She's a little more solidly into the millennial camp.
Nose job and lip filler and get a cushy job on Fox News based entirely on merit, I'm sure. The main problem with this brain-dead boomer-ass take is not only is it cringe, but it's completely divorced from reality. This slop is specifically designed for people who paid like $5 for a fucking house. And listen, not all boomers, okay? My parents are boomers, they are lovely people. A lot of you guys are boomers, but when the baby boomer generation sends its people, it is not sending their best. They are not sending you. They're sending people who have lots of problems. They're bringing the housing crisis. They're bringing wage stagnation. They're falling for AI-generated photos on Facebook. But some, I assume, are good people. But my god, I truly believe they do not understand how good they had it. They could support a family on a single income. A single income from a job that didn't require a college degree. Their leaders didn't prostitute away their economic future for some cheap plastic shit from China. They inherited the greatest economy known to man, and they pretend it's a paradise that they earned. I just don't understand, like, why don't boomers and spiritual boomers like Tommy Lauren see people struggling and go, wow, I wish I could fix this. They should have it better than I had it. And you wonder why so many millennials and zoomers don't want kids. I want to make the world a better place for my children. I want to make the world a better place for my children. Ugh. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you spoiled brat. Children? Not happening.
Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men.
No, and see, I think the thing is like, if you want to get a man as a woman, it's not that difficult. Let's be honest here. It's not super difficult. But I feel like it's been probably getting harder lately. I don't know. I'm not a woman in the dating scene. I am a man who is not on the dating market, so I don't actually know what the dating market is like for young women, but based on what I see on Twitter, it's getting worse for them. I think it's just getting worse for everyone.
Young men are becoming lazy because they're becoming feminized. So they're becoming lazy because they act more like women? What did she mean by this, chat? I know there's like a...
Lamau, what did she mean by that? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Is like, I think there's like a kernel of truth somewhere in her brain that she just hasn't. She's not digging at it. She's barking up the wrong tree. Obviously.
A decrease in testosterone or something happening, but men are moving right-wing all over the world. Does that correlate with the feminization? Or, I mean, there are suspiciously a lot of far-right femboys, so maybe. But here's the thing, Tammy. There is absolutely no evidence.
The sexual revolution and its consequences were a mistake.
that young women want to start families more than young men. None. In fact, all the data says the exact f***ing opposite. According to Pew Research, 64% of women younger than 50 say they just don't want to have children. No reason, they just don't want them. Versus 50% of men who say the same. Another study by Archbridge Institute shows the same. 63% of women without children said they have no desire to have a child, while only 50% of men said the same. For men, the most commonly cited factor was personal finance, but among women, the strongest reason not to have a child was their desire to maintain their personal independence. Basically, they don't want to give up their brunch and mimosas. They've been ass-blasted with propaganda their whole lives, telling them their lives will be ruined, their bodies will be ruined, they'll never have fun again, they'll be miserable forever if they have children. And as someone who has had a children, best decision I've ever made. 10-10, high.
She has a children? Oh, I think I must have missed that at some point. I remember she got married. I didn't know she had a children. That's so cute. Okay. Cool. Well, good for you, Stu. I'm glad.
Highly recommend, would do it again. But yes, this idea that men are the ones
Oh, she wants a second?
primarily responsible for the low birth rates is laughable. We're laughing over here. But honestly, it's not really women or men's fault. There are a lot of factors that play into this. But Tommy, I really gotta ask, is it men or is it you?
This is gonna be the summer of canceling boys. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think, it might not be us. It might be you. It is not just
I don't know where you get from point A to point B on that one.
the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. Quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country.
My friends are successful. Men don't give a shit about that. They'd marry a Walmart cashier if she was nice to them.
I think men between the ages of 20 and 30 are
Facts.
not ready, in most cases, for marriage, are usually not ready to be husbands and fathers.
That's a cultural issue. So, look,
No, I would actually, back to your point,
Yeah.
I think it's a biological thing.
So let me get this straight.
Sorry about that.
Men are all trash and won't commit and won't leave mommy's basement, and they're destroying the birth rates. But also, young men are biologically incapable of commitment and being parents. What? But wait, there's more! She also believes women don't have to bring anything to the table.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money. But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector and a provider.
Wow.
If you think you
So
need to
nothing.
get
So you
something
got
out of
nothing.
it, I quite frankly don't consider you a
nothing.
real man.
Never before in history have women demanded so much and offered so little. So before we get deeper into this retarded, manufactured, stay-at-home son narrative, let's check the Facebook comments of this Fox News video because I am really interested to see what, like, the typical Fox News viewer thinks about this. If the women are anything like these two, I can hardly blame the men for staying home and not wanting to date them. Blame, blame, blame. These two women have a combined age of 93 and they have 0 children between both of them. You both have repugnant personality types, so listening to this was like male birth control to me. My goodness! Boomers are ruthless! Bunch of sissies. I served 6 years, 2 years in Southeast Asia after Vietnam was over. When I was 18, rent was $450 and I could afford to get my own place. She's so spot on. Nothing screams I'm a loser run from me than a guy living at home in his parents' house with his 12-year-old boy's bedroom decor at age of 30. Thank God we raised our sons to be men, who grew up, lived on their own, found their soulmate, got married, bought a beautiful home, and started a family. I was out the door at 18, worked on the assembly line at Dodge and in the Air Force at 19, never went back home. I can't relate to this. Yes, we know you people can't relate. We know. But the world has changed. Why can't you people get this through your heads? I will never let my sons stay home. I'm trying to push them out of the nest. Okay, I really gotta ask, is this an Anglo thing? Immediately kicking your kid out when they turn 18 years old? My Mediterranean mind cannot comprehend.
Yeah, that is a very Western idea. Most cultures don't do that, actually.
This. And honestly, why the f would a man leave home, leave his mother's cooking, for a woman who probably can't cook? Not me, though. Personally, I can cook amazing homemade meals. I'll have you know I am a great trad wife.
Dino Nuggies, let's go!
Bone apple teeth. Now, unfortunately, Tommy Lauren wasn't the only one pushing this stupid, lazy young men go get a job bullshit. Mike Johnson did it referencing 29-year-old men playing video games all day. Steve Scalise did it with 35-year-old men playing video games all day. And just the other night, I saw this on my TV. Again.
A Wall Street Journal headline got our attention. The new dream job for young men, stay-at-home son. It's a phrase that's taken off since 27-year-old Brendan Leo won $59,000 on Jeopardy. And he has a master's degree in political science, but he's unemployed. Grow up, get a job, get a wife, build a family.
I just don't see, like, who did they poll for that to get that result?
Get a wife, bro. Just get a job, bro.
Oh, get a job? Yeah. Just get a job? Why don't I strap on my job helmet and squeeze down into a job cannon and fire off into Jobland, where jobs grow on jobbies?
The term welfare queen must have fell out of fashion with Republicans, because it seems even they know the approved safe demographic to go after now. Because it's very obvious what demographic they are talking about when they say young men in their basements playing video games. This just get a job lazy attitude is not surprising, but it's especially funny coming from Fox News of all places. Fox News that spends so much time yapping about immigrants taking American jobs. Fox News will talk for years about how Americans are being screwed out of the workforce. But when this issue manifests itself in Gen Z, suddenly it's a moral failure. The fact is, a lot of American jobs held by men are being lost to automation, offshoring, and yes, cheap foreign labor.
I will say, I'm pretty sure a lot of the jobs that I applied to while I was trying to apply were AI fake jobs. Or just like, because I saw, I don't know if it was a video or a tweet about it. I may have to find that at some point. But it was talking about how there's just like, they just have fake job postings that are up there so the company can say, oh yeah, we're looking for employment, but they never actually hire anyone. And I think that's like a legitimate thing that I experienced whilst I was job hunting.
Companies and billionaires would rather have cheap labor that they can essentially abuse, not pay fair wages to, just good little worker drones who won't unionize, rather than hire American workers for a living wage. The cheaper the labor they hire, the more money they make. I remember when Bernie Sanders called open borders a Koch brothers conspiracy.
Open borders? That's a Koch brothers proposal, which says essentially there is no United States.
But
anybody
it
can,
would make a lot of the global poor richer, wouldn't it?
And it'd make everybody in America poor. Then you're doing away with the concept of a nation state.
See, Bernie's right. Like, sometimes. Sometimes he, like, gets something right. A lot of the times he's just kind of retarded, but sometimes he knows what he's talking about.
That guy go. A lot of these jobs being taken are jobs traditionally held by men, like construction and factory jobs, manual labor work. But it's not just manual labor jobs, it's also the tech industry and business industry, which are careers also mainly held by men. There are many, many examples of this, such as Microsoft recently cutting thousands of American workers while requesting 14,000 more H-1B workers this year. Some of those job positions include data scientists, which are 70% men, software developers, which are 80% men, and electronic engineers, which are 90% men, and many more like that. Another example of this was Tesla, where roughly 15,000 American employees were fired in April 2024, and many were replaced with H-1B visa holders. On Twitter, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy tried to chalk this up to these immigrants just simply being the best and the brightest. Yeah, okay. You're paying them less for longer hours and more work, and they're willing to deal with it in order to stay in the country. It's coercive, exploitative, and, dare I say, not very America first. When conservatives confronted Elon Musk for this last year, he told somebody, and I quote, "Take a big step back and f yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot
The reason I'm in America along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other Americas that made America strong is because of H-1B. Yeah, I mean, I understand, like, the idea of wanting to promote legal immigration, because I think a lot of the time the right spends a lot of its rhetoric towards putting down illegal immigration, which they should, absolutely. But I think they could spend a little more time, like, promoting legal migration.
possibly comprehend. So when it comes to replacing American workers in manual labor with cheap foreign labor, it's deport, deport, deport. But when it comes to replacing his American workers with cheap foreign labor, it's f yourself in the face. Interesting. There's also affirmative action and DEI, which
Yeah, I would kind of push back on that for the reasons I just sort of laid out. I think the idea is like they want legal migration, and yeah, it may have been cheaper labor for longer hours and whatnot, and I'm not really going to sit here and like super defend Elon Musk, but I don't think the optics are as one-to-one as she makes it seem here.
which are other things Fox News always pisses and shits about. But suddenly, when the conversation is about Gen Z men, the demographic of people who are victims of these things, suddenly these things just like don't exist anymore. Then it's, oh, young men are all just lazy. They just want to be in their parents' basement ordering DoorDash and playing video games. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. I am not beating the allegations with this.
It's AI.
One. The brown people are not taking your jobs, okay? It's not their fault. They're just cheaper. Aim upwards. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. It's the women, too. Many of the dyeing industries are male-dominated.
Oh, yeah. Also, the whole thing with just like hiring a bunch of women for them to just sit around and chat in Zoom meetings all day. That's wild, but okay.
While many of the growing industries are female-dominated, and stigma around these jobs being woman jobs usually stops men from working them. Women are overwhelmingly entering and excelling in college and the workforce, and they're more flexible about job position and pay, while young men usually hold out for higher-paying, higher-position jobs that will make them the breadwinner. Because you see, despite the world progressing and the role of women changing, the role of men has not changed. Every woman is a feminist until the dinner bill comes. But what's crazy is, women might be the ones paying that dinner bill soon. A study from the UK found women aged 22 to 29 earned about 1,000 more annually than men, completely reversing the traditional gender pay gap for this age group. In the US, a 2022 Pew Research Center analysis showed that women under 30 out-earned men in many metropolitan areas, with median earnings at or above 100% of men's.
Wow! Isn't that interesting? The gender pay gap has actually reversed. And I guess because in trying to correct for a problem that wasn't there, they made the problem, and now the problem is the opposite of the problem that didn't exist before, that they created by trying to fix the problem that didn't exist in the first place.
cities like New York and Washington, D.C. That may not sound like a lot of money now, but it's a growing trend that has never been seen before. It's so bad that it's really starting to affect the dating world. American women have never been this resigned to staying single. They are responding to major demographic shifts, including huge and growing gender gaps in economic and educational attainment, political affiliation, and beliefs about what family should look like. More women than men are attending college, buying houses, and focusing on their friendships and careers over dating and marriage. The challenges of finding a romantic partner have been made more complicated by a growing divide in education and career prospects between men and women. In 2024, 40% of American women ages 25 to 34 had a bachelor's degree, according to Pew, compared to 37% of men. A bachelor's degree increases net lifetime earnings by an estimated $1 million. Women are doing comparatively well when it comes to education in their early years in the labor force, and men are doing comparatively badly. Men's economic struggles seem to be having the biggest effect on women without a college degree, whose marriage rates by 45 have plummeted to 52% for those born between.
Men's economic struggles seem to be having the biggest effect on women. Hello? Well, you wouldn't think that men's economic struggles have the biggest effect on men?
In 1930 and 1980, according to research by Cornell University. Young men without a degree are struggling so much as a group that there simply aren't enough with steady jobs and earnings for non-college women to date. Men are poor, women most affected. Modern women are no longer tied to their gender role. Birth control has freed them from the prison that is their biology, and they are making their own money, sometimes more than men. They can have it all, they can do anything, they can be anything. While at the same time, men are still expected to be the
And they are still unhappy.
provider. And more importantly, many men still want to be the provider, but they can't. And women, though strong and independent, still want men to be the provider.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money.
Basically, men are like, we're worried we're not making enough.
I wonder what the response to that on that show, because there's Andrew Wilson, is that guy's name? I'm sure he had a lot to say about that.
Money. And women are like, we're worried men are not making enough money. Hello class, I am Miss On Head. I am substituting for your teacher today. She was arrested for molesting a 12-year-old boy. So today we are learning about the graph. This is the growth in productivity versus hourly compensation graph. And you can trace almost everything bad happening in society back to this graph. As you can see, productivity increased while compensation barely grew over the same time period. Notice they tracked very closely up until around 1972. Now, what happened around 1972?
What happened, Shu?
Well, the top marginal tax rate was reduced from 70% in 1964 to 50% by 1981. The federal minimum wage began to stagnate. Income going to the 1% rose from 9% in the 60s to 16% in 2023. CEO.
Yeah, just to chalk all of that up to the minimum wage not being increased, I don't think that's a strong argument. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, you don't really find jobs for minimum wage anymore. Like, the job market has gotten to the point where, like, you can find them, but they're not really that common. Like, even down here, where I'm at, there is no state minimum wage, so it's just the federal $7.25. There's not a lot of places that are going to, like, make you work for $7.25 unless you're just starting off, like, maybe for, like, the first couple weeks. But yeah, I'm not super compelled, especially, I never was compelled by the minimum wage argument, but now I'm just really not. I'm not. It doesn't compel me.
Those also went from making 20 times more than the average worker to making 350 times more. than the average worker. Anything else? Anything else happen around 1972?
Now, I do think there is an issue with the average worker not getting paid what they deserve, but part of me feels like that's on the workforce. And I get that, you know, you need a job to survive, but at the same time, like, if you're agreeing to do work that really should be $20 an hour for like $12 an hour, I mean, you agreed to that too. And maybe there's some value in telling people, like, hey, you should, you know, try to, you know, get more for the work you do. But that's really difficult to do unless everyone does it. And even in a union, it's not even that easy.
Yes, Jimmy, that is correct. Women joined the workforce around this time, but we don't have to get into that today. The fact is,
Now, see, that's a much more compelling argument. That is actually a very, very compelling argument.
hard work no longer guarantees success, and the will to work is tied to the fruits of your labor. And young men are fed up today because 90% of that fruit is rotten. Now, is there some truth to modern young people being lazy? Sure, I guess. Every generation had lazy people. And we do basically live in late-stage mouse utopia, after all. Young people today are faced with two options: revolution or escapism. And a lot of them are choosing escapism. Many have basically given up, but it's not like they didn't try. They tried, and they found out the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, whether it's college, dating, or the job market. And in a way, many young men are kind of choosing revolution. The never-before-seen large shift rightward in young men is a small revolution in a way. They're saying, this isn't working for me, this sucks, I hate this, I want something different. This is also manifesting on the Democrat side in general. The young men that are still voting left are voting further left. You saw this recently in New York City, where Zohran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, won the Democratic primary. Young men are tired of the establishment, left and right. They're tired of the system, and they want to burn it down and start again. They want something that works for them, because this is not working for them.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 23-year-olds with 4-year college degrees and like initiative who aren't smoking weed every day, if they can't make enough to buy a car, much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Huh. Fox News should hire that guy.
Yeah, no, I love Tucker so much, and like, he just, and he hits the nail on the head right there. Like, I'm kind of glad that the cultural right has sort of moved away from staunch conservatism to being this like all-encompassing, just everyone who doesn't like the left, even if it includes people that are on the left. But I think it is nice that someone like Tucker Carlson can come out and say, like, yeah, the system is fucked. Why do you think people are radicalizing? You know, obviously socialism is stupid, but like, if you're a young kid who's getting screwed by the system, like, and someone comes to you with a solution, you're probably just gonna latch on to that solution.
There is an entire generation of fighting-aged men who are enraged and feel like they have nothing to live for. You should probably start caring. When they saw this airing on Fox News, they saw an angry woman nagging in their faces about how everything wrong in the world is their fault, an all too familiar thing they have been hearing for far too long. But unfortunately for Democrats, nobody under the age of 60 watches Fox News, so this is not really going to have an effect on young men whatsoever. So keep that $20 million. you might still need it. Unless we get dragged into another war in the Middle East. If we do get dragged into another war in the Middle East, young men might come running back to the Democratic Party. Maybe not even a George Bush II electric boogaloo will have men coming back to the Democratic Party. Hopefully we don't find out. And as
I mean, the Democrats would have to be anti-war, and they're not. They would just be pushing for it as hard as everyone else. Like, there's no one left with any form of integrity in the Democratic Party. So, yeah, I don't think, even if there's like a war that breaks out, I think it's going to be the Democrats that are going to be pushing for that war. And unless it's one that they can sell very well, and they haven't been able to sell anything for like the past 10 years.
As I'm editing this right now, a lot of young people, even the podcast bros, seem pretty upset about the Epstein thing, but we know Democrats won't take advantage of the situation in order to protect the Clintons, so maybe not even this will save them, but we'll see, I guess. Hold on one second. That's better. So that was that video. What do you think of the male loser epidemic? Do you agree with Tommy Lauren? Is it all men's fault? Leave your comments below. I read them all. I am probably reading them right now as you type them. Wait, don't write that. No. You can't say that. No, it doesn't matter if it's with an A. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to me on Patreon or leave a little tip with a little tip jar down below. I'll give it a little heart. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys again soon with a new video, a new slop video, because I know you gremlins love that.
Slop! Alright, Techie, what you got for me?
America deserved 9/11. Twitch or terrorist?
Jesus.
Could be both, right? But that sounds like something a terrorist would say.
Okay. So
I'm going to say terrorist.
You're going to say terrorist?
Yeah.
So this is Hassan Piker.
So that's a Twitch streamer.
That's a Twitch streamer. Yeah, guys, this is my brother Mike.
Everybody?
Yeah. And
Fucking Hassan.
Do you know what twitch.tv is?
It's the website you stream video games from.
Yeah, would you be able to name 5 streamers who stream?
You? It's one.
Yeah. That's big. That's the most important one.
The most important.
I know your buddy you talk about Asman.
Yeah, Asman.
The other most important.
Oh, he's the GOAT, man. Do you know what Kick is?
No.
Okay, so Kick is another platform like Twitch. But Twitch is terrorist, because there's this guy called Hassan.
Twitch is pro-terrorist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know who Hassan is?
I've heard you mention him before. I don't know too much about him.
Well, actually, we will be playing a fun game where he might be involved. It's called Twitch or Terrorist. Do you have any questions for my brother at all? Looking good for 39? Yeah, true. Am I different than how you remember me when I was younger?
No. This is like your personality is just turned up to like 11.
Okay.
There's like no difference. Your room still looks the same as you did when you were 11. Everything's still the same. So this is John's
Hell yeah.
personality. He's not faking this.
Yeah, but besides the piss cans.
Hopefully there's no piss cans.
I remember your wife actually cleaned up one of my piss cans before. Did you know that?
Her and her sister were cleaning your room like as a favor to Dad, and they said there might have been some piss cans.
And the strange ectoplasm that would cover my rooms.
They were wearing gloves.
I was telling
strange ectoplasm.
Been like a fucking gigagooner since birth.
Actually, her sister still talks about that, cleaning your room.
Really?
Yeah.
No, somebody said tectoplasm. No.
It was a traumatic experience.
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting, dude. I did a podcast with Asmongold.
Are they asking if I'm Gen X?
What does that mean?
Gen X is like the generation that's older than me. So I'm a millennial.
Oh, okay. I have
You're
no
a
idea.
millennial too, right?
I don't know. I'm just 31. I don't fucking know what that means. Yeah, people just come up with all of these fucking terms. I don't really understand the point of having Zoomers, Boomers, Gen X, Millennials. I'm fucking 31.
My sound's still too low, according to them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, ignore them, by the way, because they're going to bitch about everything. And honestly, when this is in post, I'll just put on a volume equalizer, and these people can just learn to just fucking get a grip and lock the fuck in. I mean, these people will bitch about absolutely fucking everything. Who's taller?
He's taller. He's much taller.
Yeah.
I'm like 6 foot. He's like 6'8".
6'6".
6'6". Okay.
Yeah.
Much taller.
Is he really that tall?
I called you Dad till I was like 8 years old because I didn't know who Dad was. Yeah.
Dad wasn't around a lot because he was deployed.
Yeah.
Constantly. So.
Yeah. And then when we did move in with Dad, then he got us a separate apartment where me, you, and Ben lived because he wanted to fuck his...
I don't know why we had a separate apartment, but we did in,
Yeah.
in Alexandria or Arlington.
Yeah.
They were pretty close together.
Yeah.
But rent was expensive, and we each had a 2-bedroom apartment.
Do you remember that one time I got the PS2 for Christmas? And I got Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3?
Where's he from?
Do you remember me playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and someone getting upset that they wanted to turn?
I might not have been there for that.
You were there, because then you took me into your room and then you locked the door. And then Vaguely? That shit was crazy. We don't need to get into that story. But yeah, needless to say, 3 young men all under one roof with no adult supervision. That was fucking wild. But yeah, do you think what I do is weird?
I don't think it's weird. I think it's cool that you can play video games and give your opinion
I don't do that.
stuff.
I don't play games anymore, man. I used to.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah. When did you
Now he
learn
just reacts and makes
You told me
YouTube slop.
but you were playing a game called Arknights, and then you started to stream and had clips on YouTube, so I subscribed and would watch your videos every once in a while.
You'd watch my Arknights videos?
For like 5 minutes because I had no idea what was going on.
Okay, yeah. Well, now I'm playing Anime Horse Game.
Yep, your roommates were telling me about the Uma game, or Umo, or whatever it's called.
Uma Musume.
You race horse girls.
Yeah.
You bet on them like it's a horse race in Japan.
Do you think that's gay?
No, it's not gay.
Do you think I'm gay?
I don't think you're gay, no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, by the way, you guys are cool. Once again, understand, Mike is from a different time, so no matter what he says, we're all gonna be cool. I was telling them that you're a bit based.
I think it was just normal.
Have you, did you ever see me jerking off on the internet? You ever seen that?
I didn't see it. You told me about it. I don't know if it's true.
So what happened is there was this meta. I want to take you through some Twitch.
Excuse me?
So what happened is there, man, if you Google Black Bar Meta Twitch, there's so many images of me looking like I'm fucking jerking off, bro. That's fucking crazy.
So something you were doing in response to some controversy?
Yeah, so these women would go live with black bars over their bodies and attempt to, make people think that they were butt-ass naked. And this is how I've become an issue on this platform, where I attempt to highlight the hypocrisy of this platform while streaming on that very same platform. Because a lot of people encourage me to get off the platform if I hate it so much, but it's much better if the people of the platform are educated on the issues of the product they're consuming.
See, you have to force change to happen. You can't just leave and let it I guess you can leave and let it die, but it takes a while and there's damage to be done. So you have to kind of fight against it.
So these people would go live and they would have black bars and they would dance around and like green screen video games on their ass cheeks so their viewers could watch this shit, right? So I was like, oh, okay, so you want to do this shit. All these women want to get away with this shit while plugging their fucking OnlyFans. You know what an OnlyFans is?
Yeah, it's a pornographic website.
Yeah, it's a gateway to sell pornography to children, essentially. So I go live, me being the ugly, bald man that I am, and I just put a big black bar over my penis. And so I say, well, if Twitch has a problem with everybody jerking their shit into this meta, well, then maybe they should ban it. But the problem is that when my hand went over the black, or under the black bar, it looked like I was jerking off.
Okay.
So that is where that clip from is me crashing the fuck out. You know what that means? Crashing the fuck out?
No.
Crashing out means like oh god, just saying fuck it and saying it how it is. Do you know anything else of any controversy ever been in or no?
Any controversy with you?
Yeah, losing your shit. It's more.
I saw the camp you did where you went and you lifted weights a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any controversy there.
Yeah.
And then like your
to be contract expired, and I just didn't want to renew. It's huge.
yeah, they're saying camp.
Expiring, it's really that easy. Yeah. Oh, Eggy, what a good boy. And yeah, now a lot more members of OTK have left. There's even members who weren't a part of.
All right, I want to watch.
We're gonna play a game where I'm gonna read a quote to you, and I just want you to tell me, did a Twitch streamer say it?
Okay.
Or did a terrorist say it?
Okay.
Now we're gonna make this a little bit fun. If you get all the questions correct, I'm gonna give you a new computer.
Awesome.
But you gotta get all of them correct.
We'll see.
Do you think this is gonna be easy?
I would hope it's easy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's.
You would hope.
Let's really find this out.
Oh, it's a website somebody made.
Yeah, there's this guy called, I think Dan Saltman made this. I might be wrong, but as you can tell, what do you think of this here? Do you know who these guys are?
I know who Osama bin Laden is, yeah. And then that's the guy we've heard about recently.
This is Twitch's favorite streamer.
Okay.
Fun fact, one of the only streamers that the CEO himself sung happy birthday to.
So he's a top contributor.
Yep.
To the platform.
The number 2 political streamer on the platform. Number 1 obviously being Asmongold. All right, so here we go.
They say I'm locked in.
Yep. All right. I don't know how many questions there are. We're going to do 10 questions. We'll do 10. And if you get all of them right, I'm giving you a new PC. And then you'll play the Oblivion remake. All right, let's get into it. And I'll read them out to you. America deserved 9/11. Twitch or terrorist?
I'd say both.
Okay.
Could be both, right? But that sounds like something a terrorist would say.
Okay. So
I'm going to say terrorist.
You're going to say terrorist?
Yeah.
So this is Hassan Piker.
So that's a Twitch streamer.
It's a Twitch streamer. This will be a freebie. Okay? We're gonna read that. This is what you're getting yourself into right here.
And then that shows you the context of the quote?
Yes.
I'm saying it. We fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We fucking did.
Said America deserved 9/11.
Oh, I've seen that clip.
Everyone's seen that clip at this point. I mean, that shit went on Fox News. I remember being fucking terrified. Like, it immediately.
So what do you think about a guy who would say America deserves 9/11?
I think it's pretty messed up, but I need more context. I don't know what he's.
Oh, here's the context.
He's saying we deserved it.
Oh, so the context is he's retarded.
Okay.
Okay.
That really is the context.
Americans definitely did not deserve to be killed while they're just working in their offices.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be a freebie. And so now you really got to lock in for this one. So once again, wiping the slate. We're doing 10 questions. You got to get all 10 right. Here we go. Next up.
I don't think I'm going to get any right.
Okay, well, let's find out. Free Palestine from the river to the sea means Palestinians no longer live in an apartheid state and are free of the occupation, have equal rights and representation, not genocide of the Jews.
That sounds like something a politician would say.
Okay.
Would they say it on Twitch? I don't think so.
So you have 6 seconds.
I would say Twitch.
Twitch. Correct.
Okay.
Hassan Piker. Excellent job. Very good. All right, cool. Let's go next. I tell you, freedom and human rights in America are doomed. The U.S. government will lead the American people and the West in general into an unbearable hell and a choking life.
I don't know what a choking life is.
Okay.
Let's say Twitch.
I would say just based on like the verbiage and the diction, the way it's presented, it just seems like it's foreign, translated into English, I guess.
Twitch, okay. Osama bin Laden.
Oh wow. He was not on Twitch.
Also, he was kind of cooking with that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not on Twitch. I don't think so. I don't think. I mean, maybe we got We got somebody pretty close. All right, let's keep going here. We got 8 more to do. Yep.
So I think that the key is the ones that sound a little bit more intelligent were written by a terrorist. So I'm gonna use that strategy on the rest of them.
Fun fact, did you know that there was a save file found of Osama bin Laden for the game?
He liked anime.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
He played Animal Crossing.
Oh, wow.
You ever play Animal Crossing?
I have not played Animal
Great
Crossing.
fucking game, dude. You and the kids would love that game. Let's get into it. Israel is an illegitimate state built on stolen land.
That's too simple, so we're going to say it's a Twitch streamer.
Okay. It's Hassan Nasrallah.
I don't know anything about Hassan Nasrallah.
Okay.
Is he a Twitch streamer?
He's a terrorist.
Okay.
We got 7 more, boys. Let's get into it. Those who elected Hamas in Palestine did so on the basis of its political platform.
Twitch.
Okay. That is another terrorist.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's keep it going. Israel has been bloodthirsty and acting bloodthirsty forever.
That's very, very simplified. We got to say Twitch.
Okay, Twitch, here we go. Correct.
So that is a streamer.
That is the girlfriend of Will Neff. Great guy. Love that guy. That is his girlfriend. Yep. Let's keep going here. Before it dies, Israel must be humiliated and degraded.
That's so extreme that it has to be a terrorist.
Okay.
Yeah, that could only be a terrorist. There's no way that a Twitch streamer would say that.
Okay. There's no way a Twitch streamer would say that. Because it's so... I have no idea.
There's no way.
I have no idea. I don't
have any idea either.
All right. So you say it's a terrorist. Here we go. Good job. It was a terrorist. Okay.
All right.
Where does
Okay.
it say that he's a terrorist there?
It'll give the check mark right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So Khalid Meshal. Good one. Nice. That's big.
And
All right.
did one of your buddies make this website? Or is this something you found?
I believe Dan Saltman made this website. So yes, a guy who I like quite a bit. All right, let's keep going. We got 4 more. It's our territorial boundary, and we're gonna enforce it until you stop doing genocide.
Has to be a terrorist because he says our boundary.
Okay, terrorist. Hassan Piker.
But he doesn't live in Palestine, does he?
Yes, but he thinks he's a terrorist.
Okay.
Yep.
Not he thinks he's a terrorist. More like he is.
Here's the you want to see the context?
Sure.
All right, well, here we go.
We have the here it is. This is Rust. Bro, they fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ship. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you're an Israeli, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, or if you are actually sending ships to the Israeli
His buddy there
port
looks kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's Hassan's best friend, NMP Lowell. Yeah, who I like NMP.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay.
But he's been on a little bit of he's been on one lately. He's been kind of, he's going through some mental turmoil. He's going through a divorce, so he's kind of having a rough time on the internet right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of putting his foot in his mouth, but yeah. All right, we got 2 more to go. We got 3 more to go, so let's keep it going here. All right, next. On April 11th, 1996, the Israeli enemy sought to sow the seeds of division between Hezbollah and the Lebanese nation through committing massacres.
It's a terrorist.
Okay. All right, so there's a terrorist. All right, here we go. Terrorist. You're right. Naim Qassem. No idea who the hell that is. All right, let's keep going here. The Israeli government cares more about the bloody imperial ambition and conquest than they do about the livelihoods and their lives of their own citizens.
I think that could be a Twitch streamer because they're talking about imperialism.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Twitch.
Okay. Hassan Piker. All right, good job. You're 50-50 right now.
Not bad.
All right,
Not bad.
So here's the new deal. All you got to do is just get the next one right, and I'm going to give you a new computer. You just got to get
It's like
one.
50-50 whether I get it right.
It's a 50-50. All you got to do is
50-50.
get this next one right. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. America deserves 1 million January 6s.
So January 6th was when
That's gotta be Twitch.
Trump supporters were protesting
Yep.
in the Capitol.
Yeah, they stormed the Capitol, yeah.
I'm going to say a Twitch streamer said that because that wasn't that big of a deal.
Okay.
I'll say it's a Twitch streamer.
Okay. Hassan Piker.
Got it right.
There you go.
You got a new PC, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit uncomfortable that it's a 50-50 chance of whether a terrorist or a Twitch streamer said this?
That's a little weird. Yeah.
Is that not that's kind of an odd precedent for a company to allow?
It's very hard to tell the difference between who said what in those quotes.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, and you let me know. And this is not bullshit. So, Hassan Piker has said all of these things and never gotten banned for it, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
People reacting to him saying these things have gotten them banned.
That's wild.
Okay. I mean, why is that? Why do we think
Because
that is?
they got banned for promoting extremist propaganda.
So why is he immune?
And
do we know why?
There's the problem.
There's the rub.
He's a golden boy.
Why?
Great question.
Is he some kind of a nepo baby?
He is a nepo baby, yes.
Yep.
His father.
His uncle is whatchamacall. He's on the Young Turks. Cenk Uygur.
Is a multimillionaire. He also released, you know, the October 7th attacks
in Israel.
Yeah, his father paid for the release of the man who led the October 7th attacks.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. Yep. And now you understand. This is kind of what my content's been lately, is highlighting the problems on this platform.
So you're highlighting hypocrisy on the platform
every day. Yep. You know,
Yep.
they call me a rapist online.
You told me that you're the LeBron James.
Yeah, the LeBron. I'm trying to become the Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
because
better.
LeBron is kind of man. But yeah, they call me a rapist on this platform. And this is because this man has gone live and told everybody that I rape people. He's also gone live and told people that Asmongold is a pedophile because he watches anime. And his mother died. And Hassan blames Asmongold for the death of killing his mother. He's also called many other people on the platform genocidal-loving murderers, rapists, pedophiles, abusers. Okay, I'm about to show you. And by the way, how long do you think he got banned for saying that?
Who?
Hassan. Hassan said all these things. How long do you think he got banned for?
You told me he hasn't been banned.
Correct.
So 0 days? I don't know who that woman is.
So this is a woman called Frogan.
I've never heard of her or seen her.
All right.
I've never heard of her until I started watching Tectone, Asmongold, Nuts, Pegasus.
So
is she some kind of a religious nun or something?
I don't know what she does. I called this woman fat. I said she's fat because she said America deserves 9/11. So I said, shut the fuck up, you're fat. What do you think happened to me?
I'm guessing you were banned.
How long do you think I was banned for?
Well, give me a range of typical ban lengths.
24 hours to indefinitely.
I would say 7 days.
2 weeks.
That's pretty extreme.
Because I called
calling somebody fat.
All right. Now there's another woman.
Her name's Frogger.
Frogan.
Frogan.
Oh, and by the way, Frogan also made a race tier list. What is your favorite race? Personally, mine's the Daytona 500.
The Boston Marathon.
It's great. It's really good. So let me ask you a question. You know what OnlyFans is?
Oh yeah, we have a bot in the chat. Oh boy, Premium Candle, Burv.
Yeah.
Okay, and so obviously, how would you describe what OnlyFans is?
It's like YouTube for pornography,
Right,
essentially.
so it's porn.
Yeah.
So it's women who do porn.
Yes.
So what is a word you would call for a woman who does porn?
A pornographer.
Would you call them anything else? Like in slang?
I don't want to say anything bad about anybody or call people names, but I would just say they're a pornographer.
Okay, but let me ask you. Okay, so
Yeah, no, see, Tectone is going to call them names.
if a woman sells their body for sex,
It's a prostitute.
right?
That's the technical term.
Right, a prostitute. Would you say it's out of range to call someone who makes porn a whore?
I mean, it's kind of it'd be a rude word.
Sure.
It's better to say prostitute, but technically you'd be correct if you called them a whore.
Okay, you would be technically correct. Now, let me ask you a question. I had a woman on the internet call me a rapist. How long do you think they got banned for?
0.
0 days.
Yeah.
In retaliation, I called this woman a whore.
Yeah.
Because they have a OnlyFans and they sell their body for money, as well as have documented proof that they were trying to get three-wayed by 2 of the ugliest men on the fucking planet in the DMs because one dick wasn't enough for them. I called them a whore. What do you think happened to me?
You were banned for 2 weeks.
Thank you. Yeah. Can you make that make sense?
They're saying I look uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable.
Oh, they say that about any person who's on stream. Yeah, he needs to see this clip of Frogan. Okay. They want to show you this. Okay.
I put these on again?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. Do you have post-traumatic stress disorder? Can I ask that? I don't know if I can ask that. Is that rude to ask?
I think generally pretty much anybody who goes to a combat zone would have
PTSD?
More or less to varying degrees.
Yeah. Okay. And it's a horrible fucking thing.
I mean, yeah, it's horrible for people.
Yeah. So
there's stories about like knights from the Middle Ages. They would have PTSD as well, and they'd hear them screaming at night just from the things they'd seen. It affects different people in different ways. Yeah. And
like as your experience as a soldier, like it's hard. Well, I mean, I'm privileged. I've never had to do active duty. You know, I've just played video games my whole life and just.
But this lady said that they deserved PTSD.
Well, what I'm wondering is, you know, you go to these other areas, and you see all these fucking horrible fucking things. I got nothing but respect for you guys, you know, and soldiers in general. Obviously, I'm from a military family. I try to respect the people who have sacrificed their comfortability and their safety to make sure that people of this country are safe. So obviously me and Twitch Chat want to thank you for your service. But it's got to be pretty hard going from a place where you can't feel safe to trying to retransition into just being a civilian. And it's like, okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So this is what this woman had to say about this, and this is why I called her fat.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
That's when she goes to stuff her.
I noticed she was eating the whole time.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
No, I think that a lot of times most soldiers are really good people.
Yeah.
They're trying to serve their country. I don't see how you can say that they deserve PTSD.
Where do you think she lives?
In the U.S., I'm sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. California.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad people out there, John.
Yep. Well, that...
A lot of bad people.
That is my content these days.
Just responding to people like this?
Yeah, just trying to take down the bad people on this platform and highlighting the hypocrisy. And I currently, I can't say publicly, but I have something brewing behind the scenes that I'm going to be releasing to the public. Most likely in 3 months, if everything goes right, because there's a lot of moving parts. I have another thing releasing in probably around 6 months that I think is going to change the streaming landscape forever. Because I'm a man who likes to make things change. There are people who talk about making things happen, and then there are people who actually do the things to make things happen. I don't want to be a bystander. I want to be someone who's trying to make this platform better for everybody else. And I'm excited for you to see that.
So you're doing something about the Twitch hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And
I hope he does it.
obviously, without saying anything, you saw that last night. Remember when I got really excited because I told you I just found something crazy that I didn't know existed?
You pulled something up on your phone.
Yeah, without saying anything. That was another big piece of the puzzle that I'm going to be using to absolutely fucking obliterate these people. Like, genuinely fucking obliterate. Somebody wants to know how long you served in the military.
4 years. I was in the military 4 years.
Yeah, thank you guys for being respectful, my brother.
Grok is now a goth waifu. Okay, I want to see if that's real. Oh, I've got to upgrade. Never mind. Yep. Alright, I'm probably gonna hop off.